Hi there, this is Matt from MH Fitness and Health, and you probably just come to the end of your run and you're wondering how to cool down properly. I'm going to show you now. Hi there, so you finished your run, you're coming down, maybe a race even. So how do we do a proper cool down? So the first thing I do is replenish. Start breathing. Don't stand still just yet though. We've got a bit more to do before then. We're not going to stretch straight away either. So we're just going to be shaking the muscles out, maybe do some heel flicks. Breathe, get that breath, get the oxygen going back around the muscles and the blood, and replenishment starts to happen and repair and all that kind of stuff. And if you haven't already done so, take some water on. Okay, water is the key. It doesn't matter what time of year, whether it's hot, whatever. Water in blood and muscles go brilliantly. That's king. Excellent. So keep doing that for a bit. Shaking those legs out, bring the heart rate down. And I'm just going to give myself a whirl or so. Breathing nicely, controlling my breath. Okay, so we're not just lying on the grass and letting the blood pool and, you know, thinking about how hard that was. We're just bringing our heart rate down gently, gently, gently. Good, keep shaking those legs, lactic acid, get that out. Keep taking the water on to help the lactic acid as well. Okay, so bringing it down. So what I'm going to do is quad stretch first of all, big muscles along the front of the body here. I'm just going to grab my ankle here, just the top of my shoes here. So the reason is because I don't want to weaken that joint between my ankle like so over time. So I see a lot of people grabbing their toes. Avoid the toes, grab the ankle. Now if you're having problems keeping your knees together like so, it's okay to come forward like so, feel that, and then slowly take the knee backwards so you feel that stretch happening, and we're breathing out on that stretch all the time. Good, so this is not going to add to our flexibility, this is to kind of bring you down, help the muscles out immediately after they've been used a lot. Okay, depending on the type of running training you'll be doing or the race that you've been doing, it's just to bring everything down, make life a little easier later on in the day, if not tomorrow. Okay, you're going to get some delayed onset muscle soreness, DOMS, probably heard about that. Good, let's go to the other leg. Soft knee to stand on, good hips, good core. I'm looking about a metre in front of me and I can balance there quite easily. Use the tree for support if you need to. I see some people pulling on their ears or putting their hands up in the air, whatever works, really. Soft knee, that seems to be the key. When I was in the military and we're standing on parade, just break the knee slightly and you can stand there for a long time. Good, breathing into that. Excellent, 3, 2, 1, shake that out. Hamstrings next, back of the legs, 3 major muscles of the upper leg. Place a foot down flat in front of you like so. Now with both hands, I'm going to go towards that, bending from the hips. Feel that stretch engage on the straight leg here at the front. And now all I'm going to do is raise my bum up towards the sky and get it away from the back of the knee here. I can put my hands nice and lightly on the bent knee, or I can just keep stretching out for it. Now the reason I do it with both hands is because I don't turn the back like so, going from hips forward. Feel that stretch, keep raising that bum up towards the sky. That's it, keep that foot flat if you need to. Last few seconds, so 3, 2, 1, gently come up, shake it out. Let's go to the other side, shall we? Breathing out on the stretch, breathing nice and deeply, control that breath still. That's it, getting all that fresh blood into these big muscles. Excellent. Good. That's it. Come up still. 3, 2, 1. Come up out of that nice and gently. Shake that out. Good stuff. I'm going to use this tree before I go and do the big glute muscles, etc. I'm going to use this tree for the calf muscles. Both stretches of the calf muscles. First stretch, so gastrocnemius stretch, straight leg calf stretch. Okay, here we go. Take that leg backwards behind you. Bury that ankle into the floor. Now try and push the tree down. Keep that nice straight back, hips pointing forwards, shoulders down. Sometimes you end up here. Make sure you've got something that's around about shoulder height that you can push on. Okay, we don't want to be pushing down here. Okay, we might be tired, so getting into press up position and doing this, you know, the one where you walk walk your hands back and into like a downward dog position. It gets really tough on the shoulders for that. That's it. Good stuff. Keep burying that ankle. Okay, I'm going to use the front leg to stand up. Put all your weight on the front leg and step out of that. Shake it out. Okay, this time you can bring that same leg that you were just stretching. Take the toe just behind the front ankle here. Sit down into that. Like you're trying to sit on top of it. Bury that ankle into the floor. Now for me, I've already got a stretch there, but I'm going to deepen that stretch. I'm going to go forward with my head, burying that ankle. Breathe. There's a nice little breeze happening now. I'm under this tree. Good stuff. Good. And again, use the front leg, put the weight on the front leg and stand up out of it. Let's go to the other side. Straight leg first. Nice big step backwards. Push that ankle. Come on, bury it. Push, push, push. And now try and push the tree down. Okay, so this is just under the kneecap on the back of the leg, the gastrocnemius. Nemius? I can never pronounce that one correctly. Good. Keep pushing it, keep burying it. Last few seconds. Put all your weight on the front leg now and pull out of it. Shake it out. Good. Straight bent leg. Calf stretch. Good. Sit down into that. Bury that ankle. Good. And now go forward with the head. Now, I'm feeling that my left calf muscles are tighter than my right, so I'm going to mentally note that, or physically note it on my phone or something. I'm going to go about my week trying to make that better. Trying to stretch throughout the week, trying to even the body up a bit, because that's going to better my running in the long term. That I'm taking decent strides and decent pacing. I haven't got any restrictions, or if I have, they're equal both sides. Good. Use your front legs, stand up. Good. Shake that out. Whilst I'm here, we're just going to do some upper body. Yes, I know what you're thinking. You've been just using your legs mostly, but you've been holding your upper body still. Maybe a marathon trainer, you've been holding there for a while. So I'm going to grab a wrist behind my back, push that down. Depression and retraction of the shoulders. This is a great one for stress as well. Head at the back of the collar. Breathe, open up that chest. Good. And what I'm going to do is bring the hands up into the back. Do it again. Ready? And push. That feels good. Really nice. Okay, come out of that and do some shoulder rolls backwards. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. That's nice. So you've been sprinting, you might have been using your arms to pull as well. It's always good to get the shoulders all sorted. Let's go for an opposite stretch. Rhomboids between the shoulder blades here. Push the hands away from you like a zombie. Okay, come on. Push your hands right towards me. Push, push, push. Head in the back of the collar for the moment. I'm still looking forward right at you. Okay, we're going to change that. Ready? Look between your hands and then push like a swimmer. Oh, that feels great. Parting those shoulder blades. Oh, that feels great. Right, we're going to go to the floor now and do some big glute stretch. So, find a bench and we're going to do some glute stretches on the bench. So what I'm going to do, I'm sitting on the back of the bench like so. I'm going to bring my knee across the body like so. Just bringing this knee up to this shoulder, keeping the shoulders back, breathing into it. Now, if you've got the flexibility, you're going to get this knee into the crook of the elbow, like that. Oh, that is perfect. Feeling it right here. Big glute stretch, breathing into that. Big muscles. This has been doing the hard work, hopefully. Sorry about the noise in the background. Don't know what's going on there. Busy park. Keep breathing into this one. We're going to turn this into a hip stretch. I've suffered from bad hips in the past, from work and driving and such, and I keep a check on the hips here, and we're going to go into further hip stretch after a bit later. So I'm going to put the knee flat as I can. Okay, don't worry if it's up here. And I'm going to feel this stretch by going forward from the hips here. Feels great. just going to take this front foot forward a bit. That's it. I'm going to get that in line with my hip. That's better. Much better stretch. Shoulders back, head in the back of the collar, bending from the hip forward, keeping the back as straight as I can. Good stretch. Good. Gently come out of that one. And swap leg. Let's do the glute first. Get into it just like we did. Feeling that stretch right around the big muscle at the back here. Important one to do. Don't neglect this stretch. Excellent. Again, still big deep breaths. Doesn't take long to do a little cool down. Good stuff. Last few seconds. Good, and let's put that leg like so. Don't worry again if it's up here. And then go forward from the hips. If your leg is up here, it means your hips are really tight. You want to work at that. It should be easy to push the leg flat. Now, if it's chucking it down with rain after your run, even a fraction of what we're doing today is still better than nothing. So maybe you do your glutes, calf muscles and quads, or you know, if you suffer from tight hamstrings, do those and get them done. And all adds to the pot, right? Something before you're getting in that car, or before you get home, or if you prefer, get home, have a shower, get the muscles rewarmed, and then stretch them. But I know what it's like when it's chucking it down with rain or it's really cold out. The last thing you want to feel like you need to do is a proper cool down. But it's a must, especially the older we get. Good, ease yourself out of that. We're going to go into a further stretch, glute stretch. Sorry, not glute stretch. It's a psoas stretch. So I'm going to get into this position, into this kneeling position here. I'm going to make sure that this knee doesn't go over my toe. Not that, but this. And I'm going to lunge forward so we get this nice sharp angle here. Lunge forward. I'm feeling that stretch up here in the psoas. Raise your hand up in the sky. So the knee that's on the floor, raise that hand. Good, lean back and then lean away from that knee. And I'm feeling that stretch right just up in here. Common injury, this one of the hip flexors. Good. Breathing into that stretch. I'm using this bench as a bit of support. Good, come out of that, swap leg. That's it. Lunge forward, get that angle. Hand up in the sky, lean back, lean away. Now if you wobble, just take that front leg out to make like a V. And you get a bit more stability. Good stuff. That feels good. Good, excellent, and gently come out of that. And drink some more water. Hope that helped. See you soon.